Hey everyone, here is another review. This time it is of Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. I know, I got 2 games yesterday, Alan Wake and Red Dead Redemption, and the first review to come out is a Prince of Persia game. But those 2 games are going to be a little while until I beat them, because I didn't start Alan Wake yet. This game I heard was short, so I played it, and pretty much now I'm going to review it. So I could just get this one out of the way, and then I could focus on Red Dead Redemption and Alan Wake, and sooner or later I'll do a review a split second. But now, let's do this review of the highly anticipated, for some people, Return to the Sands of Time story, even though it's somewhat of a prequel, a little bit. I'll explain it in the story. Anyway, yeah, let's go on to the story. Alright, now the story, the reason why this is called The Forgotten Sands, mostly because it's kind of a forgotten story that wasn't told in the originals. This is actually set in between the Sands of Time and Warriors Within. That's why the prince in this looks somewhat like both of them combined. Now, alright, the story is pretty much the prince, he's just, he's doing his thing, he's just like, woo, yeah, I beat everybody in Sands of Time, I'm awesome. And now he's just gonna go visit his brother to tell him how awesome he is and how much he sucks. So yeah, he's going to his brother just to visit, and pretty much he sees that his brother is being invaded. So he's pretty much like, what the hell? And then a whole bunch of other stuff happens. It's bland, let me just say that. This is, I could tell, a story that did not need to be told, and they just wanted to bring it back to the Sands of Time, story, and they couldn't really figure out, how we're gonna start it off after, Two Thrones, so they just pretty much said, screw it, let's like do it in between the 2 games. So yeah, it's kind of pointless, but the story's kind of pointless. Is the game pointless? I don't know. Let's go on to the sound of this. Okay, now the sound in the game overall was actually pretty decent. The sound effects were pretty good. Voiceovers are okay also. I thought the prince was, voiced well. It's the same guy that voiced all the other princes, I'm pretty sure at least. It was all the same princes, except Nolan North's prince and the one that came out a couple years ago. So yeah, let me just do sound real quick and say it's actually pretty decent, alright? Not fantastic, but pretty good overall. Just, whatever. Sounds good. Let's go on to the graphics. Okay, now the graphics in the game overall were actually pretty decent. Now, I saw the trailer for this, I saw some gameplay, I was like, I'm not really impressed like I was impressed with the Sands of Time when that came out. I just thought the graphics were meh. And then I saw them in game. The character models aren't that great. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not that great. But the environments themselves actually look pretty good. There's some things that just don't look right, some textures that don't look right, and just like the water effects and the sand just isn't really that good. But the environment itself, just like you can see off a distance, and it's like a huge environment. Obviously you can't travel through it, but I thought it was good, and some of the effects are actually kind of cool, and the monsters look really good. So overall the graphics are decent. Not fantastic, but actually pretty good. So let's go on to the gameplay, the most important part of a game. Okay, now the gameplay is pretty much hack and slash. I'm gonna have to say right there, it's pretty much hack slash. You got some magic powers, and you got the Sands of Time, so you can reverse time, and there's platforming, obviously. The platform is actually the best part of it, even though there's way too much of it. Yeah, I know. I would actually like a little bit more hack and slash, like maybe 50-50 even, because the hack and slash ain't that bad. It's actually kind of fun, but the platform is really fun, but it gets a little boring sometimes when you have to do a puzzle, and it just goes on for too long, okay? But the platform, again, is the highlight of the gameplay itself, even though the hack and slash ain't that bad. Okay, the game overall, let me just say it right here, it brings back the sands, it brings it back so you can reverse time, even though it doesn't really feel that great anymore. It brings it back, and it doesn't do a bad job, okay? It's not a fantastic game, it's pretty fun, I would recommend a rental. It's a pretty short game also, so don't expect to really, like, get your money's worth if you pay $60 for it. But many people out there are saying this is just a movie tie-in, even though it has nothing to do with the movie. It would pretty much be a sequel to the movie, because it's after the Sands of Time. But, whatever. I don't care. Fuck it. It's not a movie tie-in. Let me just say that right there. It's pretty good. And if people are actually really calling it a movie tie-in, then I would say, it's a good movie tie-in. There you go. Alright. Overall, that's all I gotta say. This was a pretty short review. Not really much to say about it. I have to get through a lot of reviews, so this one's gonna be really quick. Yeah, under 5 minutes. Yeah, alright. Check the description for the full written review, and, yeah. Bye.